I am sharing my screen. Let me know whether it is visible to you or not.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Thank you, Harsh. Okay. So, if you remember, we have started to approximate the area under the curve in the numerical way. Means discrete data are given. At that time, we have first approximated that area by a rectangle. Then we have seen that there is a much more error occurs in the calculation of area. So we have again approximated it with the trapezium, so which is nothing but the trapezoid rule, and we have seen then if we partition the further approximation, if we approximate that curve instead of that triangle or trapezium, upper part of the trapezium, instead of that if we consider the parabola or a quadratic equation, right? So in that case we will have much more approximation or better approximation, we can say. So in that case we have considered this two Simpson's 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 rule, right? So let us recall those rules first. So suppose discrete points you are given x0, x1 up to xn, and corresponding to that the function value f of x, that is, if I say this is y, then y0, y1, y2 up to yn values are given. At that time, how to consider these rules? So if you remember, rectangle rule is given by, so in that case, suppose I consider interval a to b is partitioned into this points x0 to xn, where x0 is a and xn is b, right? So integration of f of x dx is given as, suppose the step size x0 to x1, if I denote it with h, then it is nothing but h y0 plus y1 plus up to plus, it will go up to yn minus 1, right? Then we have seen trapezoidal rule. So what is that rule? So in that case, the integration is approximated as, first of all, h by 2, since we are going to consider the average values, so it is h by 2, then extreme values, that is y0 and yn, we have the extreme points y value plus 2 times remaining value, right? So in that case y0 plus yn plus 2 times y1 to yn minus 1. Then we have seen Simpson's 1/3 rule. So in that case, the integration is approximated as, first of all, 1/3. So we have to consider h by 3, sum of extreme values, y values, plus 4 times sum of odd values of y. For suffixes, these numbers must be odd, plus it is 2 times even values, or you can say remaining values, okay? Even suffixes, or, and the last one is Simpson's 3/8 rule. So in that case, it is approximated as 3h by 8, since it is 3/8 rule. So extreme values plus, it is, when you consider the suffixes as multiple of 3, so we will denote it with capital T, sum of all y values corresponding to the suffixes as a multiple of 3 plus 3 times remaining values, right? So these 4 rules we have seen, they are actually derived from the numerical quadrature formula. And basic, one important point we have seen, that you have to consider the total number of subinterval to apply this rule has to be even in number, right? And to apply Simpson's 3/8 rule, this means total number of subintervals has to be multiple of 3. This you have to keep in mind while applying these 2 rules. There is no rule for the number of subintervals to these 2 rules, but when you want to apply Simpson's rule, any one of the Simpson's rule, if 1/3 rule is applicable only when total number of subintervals are even, and 3/8 rule is applicable when Sub-intervals are multiple of 3, right? So let us see. This is what the numerical quadrature we have seen. This is the general formula in which if you consider n is equal to 1, trapezoidal rule will be derived. N is equal to 2, then Simpson's 1/3. And n is equal to 3 when you apply, then it is Simpson's 3/8 rule will be derived, right? So after that we have seen, just a moment, example, let me just wait. Yeah, example. So this example we have already computed, right? Let me select this. Okay, compute 3x square. This is minus 3 to 3, 3x square dx using rectangle, trapezoidal, Simpson's 1/3 and 3/8. This is already done. So today we are going to start with these examples. So the first one is evaluate integral 0 to 1 upon 1 plus x square dx by using rectangle, trapezoidal rule, Simpson's 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 rule, taking step size 1 by 6 and hence obtain the approximate value of pi in each case, right? तो पहले तो हमें यहाँ पे discrete data नहीं दिया हुआ है, table नहीं दिया हुआ है, तो we have to construct the table, right? So let me start with this example solution. अच्छे से एक बार एक example देख लो और समझ लो, right? So in this case, first of all, step size we have to consider is 1 upon 6 and the initial point 0 and 1, 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. We want to evaluate this integral, right? You can solve it using what you can say, normal method, ordinary method, and approximate answer also, exact answer also you will have. But right now we will see how to find out the numerical values. So if you observe, the initial point A is 0 we are given, the end point we are given B as 1, f of x we are given is 1 upon 1 plus x square, and step size h we have to consider 1 upon 6, that is the given, right? Means we have to divide this interval 0 to 1 by considering step size as 1 upon 6. So this is, suppose if I consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, yeah. So this is 1 upon 6, this will be 2 by 6, this is 3 by 6, this will be 4 by 6, 5 by 6 and 6 by 6, that is 1, right? So now we can construct the table. So table में this will be the x values corresponding f of x, that is 1 upon 1 plus x square, right? So first value is 0, then I have to consider 1 upon 6, then 2 upon 6, 3 upon 6, or it is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 3, then 4 upon 6, that is 2 by 3, 5 upon 6 and last one is 1. Table is not given, though we can construct the table from the values, right? So if I substitute x is equal to 0, this is 1 upon 1 plus 0, that is 1. If I substitute x is equal to 1 upon 6, what will be the corresponding function value over here? Calculate it and let me know. What it will be?
36 upon 37.
36 upon 37. तो डेसिमल में जाओगे तो क्या हो जाएगा ये?
0.9729.
9729. Very good, right? So similarly, you have to consider this 2 by 6 as x and compute function value for all the remaining values. You have to compute it and let me know one by one values.
0.9.
0.9, it will be 9 by 10. so 0.9 for this one.
Zero point 0.8.
Yes, 8 by 10, so it will be 0.8.
0.6923.
0.6923.
0.5901.
5901 or 02?
02.
02. Yes. Okay, so now we have all these values. I made a mistake. This is y0, this is y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, and this is y6. Okay, so now tell me, rectangular rule and trapezoidal rule are applicable. Can we use Simpson's 1/3 rule?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
No, then why no? Yes, then why yes?
For a quantity are
Sorry?
number of observation given are odd.
अच्छा,
It should
आपको
be
अच्छा ऑब्जर्वेशंस देखने हैं या सब इंटरवल्स देखने हैं?
सब इंटरवल्स देखने हैं मैम.
Sub
इट्स
interval.
इवन.
रिमार्क में मैंने अभी बोला कि आपको सब इंटरवल्स देखने हैं. यू कैन सी हियर Simpson's 1/3 rule is applicable only when the total number of sub intervals of the given range of integration is even. And यहाँ पर भी you have to see the sub intervals if it is multiple of 3, right? So here if you see the sub intervals, तो ये पूरा एक जो interval है उसके sub interval ये पहला हो गया, then this is second, then this is third, fourth, fifth and sixth sub interval. Total 6 number of sub intervals are there, which is even in number. Therefore Simpson's 1/3 rule is applicable, as well as 6 is a multiple of 3 as well. Therefore Simpson's 3/8 rule is also applicable. Is this point clear to everyone? Yes or no? Please raise your hand if you have a query. Quickly ask me about this. हर बार आपको सब इंटरवल्स देखने हैं, नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस नहीं देखने हैं, क्योंकि हमने जो न्यूमेरिकल क्वाड्रेचर से पूरा फॉर्मूला डिराइव्ड किया है, दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन द सब इंटरवल्स, नॉट द टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन पॉइंट्स वी आर गिवन. ओके, सो प्लीज कीप इन माइंड दिस थिंग. Okay, there are 29 students only who are awake. Okay, now let us start with the rectangle rule first. Okay, तो rectangle rule क्या है? integration a to b f of x dx is approximated as h times y0 plus y1 plus up to plus. याद रखना रेक्टेंगल रूल में वो yn minus 1 तक जाता है, राइट? तो इन दिस केस देयरफॉर इंटीग्रल 0 to 1 1 upon 1 plus x square dx will be approximated as h, which is 1 by 6 here. y is, let me put all values later. यहाँ पर कौन कौन से टर्म आएंगे? लेट मी स्टार्ट. y0 y1 प्लस अप टू प्लस yn आपका y6 है, तो इट विल गो अप टू y5 ओनली, राइट? तो दिस इज व्हाट 1 upon 6 y0 value, that is it is 0. Just yeah, so it is 1 plus 0.9729 plus 0.9 plus 0.8 plus 0.6923 plus 0.5902 plus no okay, we have to end over here. 0.5 नहीं आएगा, right? Yeah. So tell me which answer you will get this as.
Ma'am,
0.9082.
0.823. Final answer.
Point
826.
23.
8623. Is it?
Ma'am, 0.8.
0.826.
826. Okay. Fine. So let us now apply the trapezoidal rule. रेक्टेंगल रूल में आपको अभी समझ में आ जाना चाहिए कि n माइनस वन तक ही क्यों जाता है, क्योंकि फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपने यहाँ पे ये पार्टीशन किया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू हैव पार्टीशन दिस कर्व इनटू टू सब इंटरवल्स, दिस वन एंड दिस वन, तो रेक्टेंगल जब भी आप लेते हो तो एक ये y वैल्यू लेते हो और ये y वैल्यू लेते हो, राइट? तो दिस इज y0, दिस इज y1 और y2 ये है, तो y2 के करस्पॉन्डिंग हम कोई भी रेक्टेंगल नहीं ले रहे हैं राइट नाउ, दिस इज द एंड पॉइंट। तो एंड पॉइंट कभी भी जब आप रेक्टेंगल रूल अप्लाई करोगे तो इट वोंट, वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू कंसीडर दैट पर्टिकुलर लास्ट point, end point. That's why in the calculation also we have to go up to only yn minus 1. Okay, yeah. So let us apply the trapezoidal rule. So by the formula it is approximated as h by 2 extreme value sum plus 2 times remaining values. So in this case h is let me write, otherwise some of you will get confused. So endpoints means it is y0, y6, and remaining values means y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 plus y5. So if we substitute 1 by 6 upon 2, so it is 1 by 12, y0 is 1, y6 is 0.5 and twice of 0.9729 plus y2 is 0.9, y3 is 0.8 plus 0.6923 plus 0.5902. Compute it and tell me the answer.
Zero 0.7845.
0.7845. ओके, यहाँ से आएगा implies 0 to 1 1/1 plus x square dx is equal to this. ओके, 1/1 plus x square का इंटीग्रेशन क्या होता है? What is this? By ordinary calculus? Hey, तुम लोग भूल गए क्या ऑनलाइन सिस्टम का इतना बड़ा इफेक्ट? 12th में जो इतनी सारी फॉर्मूलाज याद रखी थी वो भी भूल गए? 1/1 plus x square का इंटीग्रेशन क्या होता है?
tan inverse x.
Yes, it is tan inverse x. 0 to 1 means it is tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse 0. What is tan inverse 1? Pi by 4. And tan inverse 0 is 0. Right? So now we are also asked in the example to approximate the example. Yeah. Hence obtain the approximate value of pi in each case. मतलब कि pi की हमें values always find out करनी है हर एक बार. तो in this case this left hand side is pi by 4, right? So if I give this as equation number 1 and suppose this as star, right? इसको 1 नहीं देते, rectangle को 1 दे देते हैं, इसको 2 दे देते हैं. So you can write here from star and 2. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का जो वैल्यू हमें मिला that is pi by 4 and राइट हैंड साइड का जो वैल्यू मिला है 0.7845. So what will be the approximate value of pi you are getting from trapezoidal rule? Compute this. 4 into 0.7845.
3.138.
3.138.
8.
Your fourth digit.
0 आएगा मैम.
0 आ रहा है. ओके, तो ये हमें मिला ट्रेपेजॉइडल से. ओके, रेक्टेंगल रूल से भी फाइंड आउट कर लेते हैं यहाँ पर, राइट. सो आई कैन राइट फ्रॉम स्टार एंड 1 मीन्स 1 वाला जो भी है वो रेक्टेंगल है, तो पाई बाय 4 उसका भी लेफ्ट हैंड साइड यही है, राइट. यू कैन सी दिस इज नथिंग बट द पाई बाय 4 वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 0.8263. So what you will get pi value as
3.3052.
305. ओके, तो ये आप देख सकते हो, दिस इज फ्रॉम द ट्रेपेजॉइडल रूल, दिस इज फ्रॉम द rectangle rule. Okay, now let us compute the Simpson's 1/3 rule, then we will see what is the approximate pi value in that case we will get. Okay, now so Simpson's 1/3 rule, so in that case by the formula it is nothing but h by 3 sum of extreme values plus what is it 4, what is it, this one, right. So in this case implies integration 0 to 1 upon 1 plus x square dx is equal to h by 3 sum of extreme values means यहाँ पर हो जाएगा y0 plus y6 4 times odd suffixes of y, तो कौन कौन सी आएगी y1 y3 y5 plus remaining values, तो y0 y1 आ गया, तो next is y2 y3 आ गया है, y4 बाकी है, y5 is already there, y6 is already there, so we have to complete this bracket is equal to, this is 1 upon 18. You can substitute these values and let me know the answer. y2 value is 0.9, y4 6.23. Yes. So क्या आंसर मिलेगा
0.7854.
0.7854. Very good. So let me give this as 3. So again from start and 3 we have pi by 4 is equal to 0.7854, implies what is the approximate value of pi using numerical quadrature.
Three point 146.
1416. Very good. So actually the pi value is 3.14156. This decimal points will never end. Right now also the research is going on this decimal point. Pi value is transcendental number, right? So ये जो decimal points के बाद वाले numbers है, that is the actually topic of research for the mathematicians, right? People are still searching and it is actually going on. Yeah, so let me tell you the interesting story about this. Actually in the science colleges, Science Day has been celebrated Raman effect pe, right? So in the Gujarat University in the Ahmedabad, what they do actually in the mathematics department, वो जो रोल आता है जब भी हम किसी मॉल में जाते हैं या जो तो प्राइस टैग पूरा हमारा निकलता है या जो बिल निकलता है वैसा जो रोल होता है, what they people have done actually, they have printed this pi number 3.14 and so on the entire that roll, and they have actually they have covered the entire mathematics department through this strip on the science day. And then also these numbers are not ending, so you can imagine how precision has been done while pi is invented by a Greek mathematicians. Actually, you know, it is the ratio of circumference of circle with the diameter. So how they have approximated that one, and still the numbers are going on. This is apart from your syllabus, right? But that is one interesting story about the pi. And recently on the 14th March, the International Pi Day has been celebrated, right? 14 March actually in the US or system, they write the date as month, then date, and then year. So in that case 3.14 like that. So in each year the 14th March has been celebrated as International Pi Day, right? Because of this notion. That is apart from your syllabus, just for your knowledge, right? So you can see that Simpson's 1/3 rule gives you the better approximation by considering these pi values. In this case it is 3.138, nearer to the value of pi, but not exact one, right? If we consider the 2 or 3 decimal places, whereas this is far away from the approximation that you know, because whenever you approximate area under the curve using the rectangle, that will give you the huge error. So that's why we are not getting the better approximation of a pi from rectangle rule. Trapezoidal rule will give you better than that one, whereas Simpson's 1/3 rule will give you the better answer compared to rectangle rule and trapezoidal rule, right? Let us see the last case, Simpson's 3/8 rule. So integration a to b f of x dx by Simpson's 3/8 rule, it is 3h by 8 sum of extreme values plus even multiple of 3 suffixes y values, that is 2t plus 3 times remaining values. So in this case it is 0 to 1, 1 upon 1 plus x squared dx is approximated as 3h by 8 extreme values, so y0 plus y6 to multiple of 3 between y0 to y6. So y1 नहीं आएगा, y2 नहीं आएगा, y3 will be there, 3 is a multiple of 3, y4 नहीं आएगा, y5 नहीं आएगा, 6 is already considering the extreme value, so we have to just consider y3. Remaining values will be in this case, y1 is not there, y2 is not there, y3 is already considered, y4, y5 and y6 is corresponds to extreme values. So this is what the computation of Simpson's 1/3 rule. So this is 3 1 by 6, that is value of h, and now y0 is 1 plus 0.5 plus 2, y3 value is 0.8, remaining values if we see it is 0.9729 plus 0.9 plus 0.6923 plus 0.5902. Okay. Here I have to complete this bracket. Finally, tell me the answer.
0.7854.
0.7854, same value you are getting, or
Yes, ma'am.
anyone having other value, or 7854 is the final value?
Ma'am, 7854 is the final value.
Okay, fine. So let me give this as equation number 4. So you can see that since Simpson's 1/3 and 3/8 rule give you the same answer, therefore the approximation of pi will be also same in this case. So from star and 4 we have pi by 4 is equal to 0.7854 implies pi is equal to 3.1416. So you can see Simpson's one-third rule and 3/8 rule gives you the better approximation compared to rectangle rule and trapezoidal rule. So from this example, all of you have clear-cut idea about the integration rules. Yes or no? If you are saying yes, please raise your hand. Okay. Fine, fine. Let us see the one real world problem actually regarding this numerical integration. Engineers की बात करें, for example, if I consider the civil engineer or like any other, so if they have a field work, and in that case, suppose in any case they are studying the surveying system, and if they want depth of the river, right? This is the river bank actually, and this is the river bank. Suppose one person is standing over here, then this is the suppose depth of the river, right? That we are going to consider. Now, if we want to find out that area of this river under the soil, how what will be the area of this corresponding depth of the river considering the top level of the river, water level, top water level से लेकर जितना वो जमीन में जा रहा है उतना उसका एरिया क्या होगा, क्योंकि जब भी ये स्टडी करने जाते हैं ये लोग तो उन लोगों को बहुत ये डिफिकल्टी होती है. इन दैट केस you don't know where the depth will be larger or depth will be smaller. In that case, suppose you take the discrete data at certain points of the river, and if you know the corresponding ये यहाँ पर ये आप ले लोगे तो दिस इज नथिंग बट योर पॉइंट्स कि आपने इतने इतने डिस्टेंस से डेप्थ मेजर किया हुआ है. इन दैट केस डेप्थ आपको पता चल जाएगा फॉर द डिस्क्रीट डेटा, एंड देन फ्रॉम द न्यूमेरिकल इंटीग्रेशन यू कैन हैव द करस्पॉन्डिंग एरिया ऑफ द रिवर एज वेल. ये ऑर्डिनरी कैलकुलस से कैलकुलेट नहीं हो सकता है. This one is not possible from the ordinary calculus, whereas if you have certain discrete data where depth is measured from the top level of the river, then you can say approximately the area of that river will be this one. क्यों? क्योंकि उन लोगों को जब भी मेजरमेंट लेना होता है कि ये पानी है, कितना पानी है, कितने टाइम तक चलेगा. जैसे ही समर आता है तो पानी का शॉर्टेज होता है, उस केस में दे विल मेजर द डेप्थ एट द इनिशियल स्टेज मानसून से, फिर विंटर में, फिर समर में. तो दे नीड दिस एरिया ऑफ द रिवर, एंड इन दैट केस ordinary calculus will not be applicable. In this case you have to apply the discrete mathematics, and in that case discrete numerical integration will be come into the help. Okay, so next we are going to see this kind of observation or example. So river is, this example we are going to consider, the river is 80 feet wider. The depth d feet of a river at a distance x from one bank is given in the following data. Means ये जो distance लिया हुआ है feet में, right, वो हमें दिया हुआ है कि 0 पे उसका depth 0 होगा, 10 feet पे उसका depth 4 feet होगा, 20 then it is 7, 30 then 9, 40, 12, 50, 15, 60, 14, 70. तो 0 to 80 तक ये जो लेंथ है दिस इज 0. तो तो यहाँ से सपोज 0 फीट के पास डेप्थ 0 है, फिर 4 है, फिर वो 7 हुआ, फिर 9 हुआ, 12, 15, 14, देन इट इज स्टार्टिंग डिक्रीजिंग। तो यहाँ तक आपके पास डेटा दिया हुआ है कि इट इज दिस वन, and you are asked to find out approximate area of the cross section of the river using all the points. Question समझ में आया सबको? If yes, please raise your hand. Question क्या है, ये समझ में आया? Okay, fine. So पहली बात, रेक्टेंगल रूल से अप्लाई करोगे, एरिया आपको इतना प्रिसिजन में नहीं मिलेगा. सेम थिंग विल फॉलो फॉर द ट्रेपेजॉइडल रूल एज वेल. बट ट्रेपेजॉइडल रूल अप्लाई करें या ना करें, उससे पहले वी हैव टू चेक वेदर सिम्पसन्स 1/3 रूल एंड 3/8 रूल्स आर एप्लीकेबल और नॉट. सो इन दिस केस विच रूल विल बी एप्लीकेबल, यू टेल मी. एक तो आपको बेटर अप्रोक्सीमेशन चाहिए, राइट, क्योंकि अप्रोक्सीमेट एरिया फाइंड आउट करना है, रिवर की बात है, दिस इज द रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम, तो यू हैव टू बी वेरी प्रिसाइज. So in that case, you have to apply the better approximation rule, that is Simpson's rule. Tell me which rule will be applicable.
1/3 rule.
Why?
1/3.
The sub-intervals are even. But
कितने हैं
it's
सब?
8.
8 है. 8 है तो that is even, but it is not a multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 नहीं है 8 number, right? तो उस केस में आप 3/8 rule apply नहीं कर सकते हो. So we have to apply the Simpson's 1/3 rule over here because it will give you the better approximation. मीन्स आप समझ सकते हो कि यहाँ पर आपको कोई भी मेथड नहीं दिया हुआ है, फिर भी आपने डिसाइड किया कि विच रूल विल बी एप्लीकेबल. क्यों? क्योंकि आपने दो एग्जांपल्स यहाँ पर कंप्यूट किए जो ऑलरेडी आपके ऑर्डिनरी कैलकुलस में नोन थे, आप उसके आंसर जानते थे. ये आंसर से हमें पता चला कि रेक्टेंगल रूल एंड ट्रेपेजॉइडल रूल्स आर नॉट गिविंग द बेटर प्रिसिजन कंपेयर टू द सिम्पसन्स 1/3 and 3/8 rule. Therefore, now these two rules are better. So we will consider now for this example the Simpson's 1/3 rule, right? So table आपके पास already है. This is y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6 and y7 and y8. These values are given. Compute it and let me know the answer. I am giving you 5 to 7 minutes.
Seven one zero.
710 square feet, right? Because you have found the area, so unit will be square feet in this case. 710 is the correct answer. ये तीनों के तीनों हाथ नीचे रख दो, आकांक्षा, मिहिर एंड दर्शन। विराज आप भी हाथ नीचे रख दो। ओके फाइन। टेल मी हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर गेटिंग दिस आंसर 710? Only 9 students. इतना इजी है, फिर भी इन लोगों के लिए मुझे यहाँ पे करना पड़ेगा वो सॉल्यूशन, राइट? सो you can write the area of cross section of the river using all points. All points इसीलिए लिखा है कि all points लोगे तभी आपको पता चलेगा कि which one will be the better approximation, right? Is equal to 0 to 80. जो इंटीग्रेशन में हम ये जो लेंथ ले रहे हैं रिवर का, वो दिस मीन्स दिस इज 0 to 80. डेप्थ को आपको इंटीग्रेट करना पड़ेगा. ये जो डेप्थ है, सपोज आई से दिस इज डेप्थ d, तो you have to integrate it from 0 to 80, then only you will have the area of this cross sectional, right? So it is dx. Depth is a function of x. So you can see that since given points have total number of subinterval, which is even in number, Simpson's 1/3 rule is applicable, right? Therefore, integration 0 to 80 depth dx is equal to h by 3. कितने पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं हमें यहाँ पर? y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6, y7 and y8. So in this case, extreme points will be y0, y8 plus 1/3 रूल में हमें क्या लेना पड़ेगा? 4 times odd suffixes. तो odd suffixes में आएगा y1, y2 नहीं आएगा, y3, y5, y7 रहेगा and 2 times remaining values. तो y0, y1, y2 नहीं आया, y3 आ गया, y4 नहीं आया, y5 आ गया, y6 नहीं आया, 7 और 8 दोनों आ गए हैं. So this is what your computation will be. And h means step size. Step size, if you see, they are 10 in number for each sub intervals, right? So it is 10 by 3. y0 depth जो पहला depth है, that is 0. Then it is 3 plus 4. Let me write this are actually 4 plus 9 plus 15 plus 8, right? Plus it will be 2 times 7 plus 12 plus 14. So when you compute it, you will have 710 square feet as the cross-sectional area using Simpson's 1/3 rule, right? Okay, let me consider the example. This one, 1.3.4. Read it carefully and tell me what we have to do. Velocity v of a particle at a distance s from a given point on its path is given in the following table. Velocity दिया हुआ है with the time, right? Estimate the time taken to travel 60 feet using Simpson's 1/3 rule. Compare the result with Simpson's 3/8 rule. क्या करेंगे ये बताओ मुझे, इसमें कैसे करेंगे? This is not the simple example.
बी पॉइंट फाइंड।
सॉरी,
हमको सिम्पसन्स वन थर्ड रूल का आंसर दिया हुआ है 60 फीट। हमको बी पॉइंट फाइंड।
1/3 रूल का आंसर कहाँ पर दिया हुआ है?
ओके,
कहाँ पर है?
60 फीट।
वो सिम्पसन्स 1/3 रूल का थोड़ी ना है। आपको टाइम एस्टिमेट करना है व्हेन इट इज ट्रैवल 60 फीट। पार्टिकल जब 60 फीट का ट्रैवल कर लेता है तब उसका टाइम आपको ढूंढना है। यहाँ पे आपको फॉर्मूलाज अप्लाई करने होंगे वेलोसिटी के, डिस्टेंस के विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम टी।
मैम इंटीग्रेशन कर सकते हैं ना वेलोसिटी का?
वेलोसिटी का इंटीग्रेशन करोगे कैसे?
मैम मीन्स हमें आंसर मिल जाए, उसे कंपेयर कर सकते, लाइक वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल्स टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, सो उससे हमें मिल सकता है।
मीन्स आई कैन राइट दिस एज ds अपॉन dt। बोल रहे
यस
हो?
मैम।
हाँ, तो उसके बाद क्या करेंगे?
मैम डिस्टेंस की वैल्यू रख के कंपेयर कर लेंगे, मीन्स टाइम हमें मिल सकता है ना।
कैसे वो बताओ ना।
मैम मीन्स सिम्पसन्स 1/3 रूल अप्लाई किया, सो उसे कंपेयर करेंगे इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ
सिंस 1/3 रूल के लिए आप टेबल में कौन सी वैल्यू, किसको y लोगे किसको x लोगे?
वेलोसिटी के साथ करेंगे मैम, वाई।
वेलोसिटी के साथ ये करोगे?
यस मैम।
यस। तो ये क्या देगा आपको?
मैम मीन्स वेलोसिटी इज इंटीग्रेशन करेंगे तो डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम नहीं मिलेगा मैम हमें?
हाँ, तो वो क्या क्या मिलेगा हमें?
मैम नहीं पता चला, मीन्स आप क्या पूछ रहे हो?
ये इक्वेशन है आपके पास, आप दोनों साइड अगर इंटीग्रेशन करोगे, यही बोल रहे हो ना आप? हाँ या ना?
मैम वेलोसिटी और टाइम का इंटीग्रेशन करेंगे तो हमें डिस्टेंस मिलेगा और हमको डिस्टेंस ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है।
आपको एक्चुअली योर गोल इज टू एस्टिमेट द टाइम। आपको टाइम इवेल्युएट करना है, राइट? तो यहाँ पर यू नो वेलोसिटी इज ds by dt। लेट मी जस्ट, ये आपको ऑलरेडी पता है, वेलोसिटी इज ds by dt। देयरफॉर dt हम टाइम हमें ढूंढना है, तो वी विल कंसीडर द dt एज ds अपॉन v। समझ में आ रहा है? तो व्हेन आई इंटीग्रेट बोथ द साइड्स आई विल हैव टाइम t, जो हमें चाहिए वो टाइम t इज इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन 1 अपॉन v ds। समझ में आ रहा है? और एक्चुअली यहाँ पे आपका डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल हो गया वेलोसिटी और इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल हो गया s, दैट इज द डिस्टेंस। एंड डिस्टेंस मेजरमेंट यू आर गिवन 0 to 60। और वही आपको पूछा है कि 60 पार्टिकल को टाइम कितना लगेगा जब वो ट्रैवल 60 फीट करेगा। तो 0 to 60, दिस इज योर अपर एंड लोअर लिमिट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू s डिस्टेंस। So now this table will not be giving you the answer. You have to construct the another table corresponding to distance and 1 upon v, because your integrand is now 1 upon v, not a v velocity। आप अगर कंपेयर करोगे f of x जो है वही आपका y है यहाँ पर, और dx है और a to b है, तो उस केस में आपको जो टेबल दिया हुआ था, फॉर एग्जांपल लेट मी कंसीडर दिस डेप्थ एज f of x। तो ये जो आपने इंटीग्रेशन में लिया डेप्थ को, वो इंटीग्रांड बनाया था, तो इंटीग्रांड में जो लोअर रो की वैल्यूज है वो आप कंसीडर करते हो। यहाँ पर इंटीग्रांड इज 1 अपॉन v, तो यू हैव टू कंसीडर द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ ऑल दीज वैल्यूज एज the second row of the table, means you have to construct the another table for independent variable s, which will remain same, whereas this for the integrand you have to consider 1 upon v in each case from 0 to 60, and then you will have the time t as the integration of 0 to 60, which you have to approximate it from the Simpson's 1/3 rule। Is this clear to everyone? समझ में आया अभी जानवी?
यस मैम।
ओके। कितनों को समझ में आया ये एग्जाम्पल? हाथ ऊपर करो जल्दी। वेरी गुड। सो लेट मी डू दिस example, right? So solution, I will start. तो पहले तो what we have to consider, तो we know that v is nothing but ds by dt implies dt is equal to 1 upon v ds, right? Therefore time just a minute. Time take to travel 60 feet is given by t is equal to 0 to 60 1 upon v ds, right? That is equal to 0 to 60. If I write y dx, where आपको अगर कंफ्यूजन होता है तो y is 1 upon v and s is x variable. Okay, so now we will construct the table x and y, that is 1 upon v, s is x. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. कितने पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं? लेट मी जस्ट वेरीफाई. या नो 0, 10 या 60 तक दिए हुए हैं, राइट? एंड 1 upon b लेना है तो 1 upon 47, then it is 1 upon 10, 10 we are given 1 upon 58. Approximate answer you can write 1 upon 64. फिर यहाँ पर हो जाएगा 1 upon 65, 1 upon 61, 1 upon 52 and 1 upon 38. You can see that number of subintervals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it is even in number as well as multiple of 3 as well. So both the rules will be applicable, right? Tell me this approximate answers.
0.0213.
213. Okay.
0.0172.
0.0172.
0.01562.
0.01562. Fine.
0.01538.
1538.
0.0164.
0.0164. आप यहाँ
0.01923.
0.0192.
0.02631.
31. So we will just write 4. तो 141 यहाँ पर आप 38 को 4 लिख सकते हो, राइट? ओके, सो इन दैट केस सिम्पसन्स 1/3 रूल जब एप्लीकेबल होगा तो बाय सिम्पसन्स 1/3 रूल time t is equal to 0 to 60 by dx, that is equal to exactly not equal to, it is approximated as y0 plus y6, extreme values आ जाएगी, 4 odd multiples. So in this case it is, this one is y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6, right? तो odd सफिक्सेस जब भी आप लोगे तो ये आ जाएगा और रिमेनिंग वैल्यूज तो इट इज y2 एंड y4 आएगा. सब्स्टिट्यूट दिस वैल्यूज एंड आप आंसर फाइंड आउट करोगे तो यू विल हैव 1.0633 सेकेंड्स. ओके, तो टाइम ट्रैवल जो है इट विल बी 1.0633 सेकेंड्स लगेंगे 60 फीट ट्रैवल करने में. सेकेंड्स यहाँ से आया क्योंकि फिट वेलोसिटी का यूनिट आपको फीट अपॉन सेकेंड्स पर सेकेंड्स दिया हुआ है, राइट? 3/8 रूल आप अप्लाई करोगे, राइट? और 3/8 रूल से भी आपको आंसर मिलेगा. लेट मी गिव यू दैट आंसर. आई एम गिविंग यू दिस एज होमवर्क. सिम्पसन्स 1/3 रूल से आप 1.0642 ये आंसर मिलेगा आपको. ओके, फाइन. एक और चीज है, एज एन एग्जाम्पल आप लोग कर सकते हो. जस्ट अ मोमेंट, लेट मी फाइंड आउट. या एक काम करना, ऑर्डिनरी कैलकुलस से ये जो इंटीग्रल लिख रही हूँ मैं उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करना. There are certain integrals which are not solved by the ordinary calculus. At that time, numerical integration will come into the picture. Okay, you can have the approximate answer of those integrals which are not easily solved or which are not solvable by the ordinary calculus. So in that case, we have to consider the numerical integration only. That is the only topic which will save us for the integration purpose. Okay. So now if you don't have a doubt, you can leave this. And if you have a doubt, please ask me your query. I have also the another class, because so if you don't have a doubt, I will stop here.